Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. It has been like a year, maybe a little less than a year. I don't even remember what my last video was. I think it might have been one with Quinlan. I don't know. Either way though, it's been some time. So basically what I'm doing today is going to be doing a storytelling time. And it's about when I got my first tattoo, which is this one here. And I guess it's my first and only tattoo, so I want to get more, just not my priority right now. But before I get into that, I just want you guys to know every Sunday I'm going to be posting a video, whether that is with Quinlan and I or with me, I don't know. I have no idea the content I'm going to do. I'm just going to do whatever I feel like doing, and I feel like that's the only way you can do it. So I will keep up my old videos just because I like going back and looking at them. It's memories. It's crazy because when I used to be the sneaker princess and do all the sneaker videos, I had dark hair and it was long. Now I have short blonde hair. I actually am naturally a blonde, and so I'm trying to grow it out because I dyed it for like 3 years, and my hair it's been fried so bad that that's why it's short too, is that I had to cut off all the deadness. All of the deadness, I don't know if that's a word, but I had to cut off everything that was dead, which is like everything, and even this stuff is still dead, and I just don't feel like being bald. It's a slow process. My hair grows really slow and it sucks, but it's fine because I still love it. The only other thing that's changed is that I'm older and in school still. I took a gap year. Wasn't planning on going back to school, but I'm back in school now and I'm back doing videos again. So yes, every Sunday, stay tuned for those because there's going to be some really awesome videos coming up, especially since Christmas is right around the corner. But let's get into this story, and yeah. So I got my first tattoo when I was 19, which was 2 years ago. I'm 21 now, and I got it in Montana. That is where I'm from, and it was downtown. I don't remember where I got it. Right now, I don't really care, I guess. So what happened was I was just driving and I went into, I know they had good reviews and everybody said to go there, so I went and I just walked in and I was like, I want a tattoo, and they were like, what do you want? And I was like, oh, I'm supposed to know what I want, right? I have no idea. And so I was looking through, and I know roses are really popular and I love them. I love art. I love all tattoos, and I think they're beautiful. They all tell a story or have a meaning, and I guess this one doesn't really have a meaning, but it can tell a story about it, so that's a plus. But I told him I wanted roses, and I ended up working with a guy that works more with shading because I always wanted more texture in my tattoos. I didn't want them just to be like outlines, you know. I wanted it to be really beautiful, and so that's what he did. He was like, well, give me a day, I will draw something up, and then you can tell me if you like it, and if you do, we'll go ahead and put it on you. So came back in the next day, had it drawn out. I was like, wow, that's awesome, let's do it. And he's like, well, where do you want it? And I was like, oh gosh, like I was not thinking things through. I didn't really know what I wanted. I figured somewhere on my arm, and he was like, on your shoulder, and I was like, yeah. He's like, where at on your shoulder? Like high, low, back, I don't know. And I said, wherever you think is good. Like, I'm leaving this up to you. And so he put it on, and he started, and it was fine. Like at first I was a little nervous because I'm not a huge fan of needles. I'm not sure who is, but I also don't hate them, so I wasn't like gonna sit there crying. And there was also a guy in there getting it, like his 100th tattoo. He was like had tattoos everywhere, and he was old. He was like old. So I was like, if he can do it, I can handle it. Like, I'm tough. And yeah, I thought I was so bougie then. It was hilarious because halfway through, well, before I get to that point, so he started like in the middle of my arm. It didn't hurt, but like it wasn't comfortable either, and it was like, I don't know, I would say it was like zapping, but it was also like stinging. So it was like, you just have to go get a tattoo and experience it, and I think it's different for everyone because their pain tolerances are all different. Anyway, so about halfway through, I was kind of getting, I don't know, hard-headed, stubborn. I don't know, I was feeling tough. I I told him, I was like, how do people pass out with this? Like, this is nothing. It's easy, it's simple, like, it doesn't even hurt. Trying to be cool, whatever you want to say that was. And yeah, that's when it all went downhill from there. Because, like, literally 5 minutes after that, he had gotten done with up here. I could feel it, and I was like, yeah, this is not comfortable. Like, this was okay. Like, I could do this all day, but this was like, all right, like, when are you done? But then he got here, and that's when it went downhill. So before he got here, I said that, like, oh, how do people pass out from this? This is simple, like, there's nothing to it, and it doesn't even hurt. That's when it happened, and I'm highly ticklish, so that didn't help, because not that, like, I'm ticklish there, but, like, when you have a needle going in there, and, like, your armpit's there, and, like, it just, like, it was tickly, and it hurt, and it was, like, it really stung, and I wasn't breathing, and the whole time he was, like, even before we started, he said, make sure you're breathing, and focusing on your breathing, and tell me if you get dizzy, and I was like, cool, I got this, like, don't worry about me. And so I don't know what happened, but he got there, and I just, like, my vision got blurry, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to tell him I'm dizzy. So I was like, I'm dizzy, and he stopped, and that's all I remember. I was just, like, out, and I woke back up with, like, a cool washcloth on my forehead and one on my neck, and I was like, nice, like, cool. I just made myself look super dumb. And yeah, that happened. I guess what really happened was that I didn't eat anything before or drink anything like he had told me to, and so I had no salt in my system, and so they gave me peanuts, and that, like, solved that, and they gave me some water to drink, and I got up and, like, walked around, and after about 10 minutes he was able to finish it, and I was fine. So he said, though, like, because I was kind of confused. I was like, did I pass out, or did I just, like, get dizzy and, like, close my eyes, which is passing out. Oh my goodness. I was trying to, like, make every excuse that I didn't pass out, because I was not trying to look like that person that, like, makes that comment and then passes out, but that was me. When I said I was dizzy, he looked over at me, because he stopped tattooing me, obviously. He looked over at me, and my eyes went into the back of my head, and I just, like, that happened, and then my head went down, and I was out, and then I, like, woke back up in, like, a couple seconds, and I was like, dang, I really did pass out. But yeah, I didn't tell anybody about that until, like, a couple months down the road, because I was low-key embarrassed. I was like, dang, like, I wasn't tough enough. But it's just, it happens, and now I think it's hilarious. Like, I tell people all the time, like, yeah, I passed out getting this, and they're like, what, how? And, like, they always want to know how, so that's how. And yeah, so if you're gonna get a tattoo, listen to whoever you're getting your tattoo from on eating, drinking, whatever they have you do, and breathing, and telling them if you get dizzy. And it is actually really common for people to pass out with getting their first tattoos, probably because of the adrenaline rush, and it's something new. I don't really know exactly why, but yeah. So I do look forward to getting my next one, though. I think I want to get one on my spine, so, like, along the spine. I'm not necessarily sure what I want to get. I feel like that might hurt, because, like, your spine is bony, and, like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out, because I got some time and a lot of thinking to do. That was my story of how I passed out getting my tattoo, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I didn't. But if you did, definitely give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, because there will be more coming. Stay tuned with what's to come, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.